Good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. And match day one in the Champions League rarely disappoints. How do you see the match going, Stuart?
Well, what an occasion it is for this club and its supporters. These are the games that they dream of. No doubting they're the underdogs. If they can frustrate their opponents, stay in the game up until half-time, you just never know. Hopefully we get a great cup tie and maybe even a massive surprise.
So the initial 11 for the home side.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough of the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre-forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
Let's dissect the Real Madrid side. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Federico Valverde plays alongside Jude Bellingham in the centre of midfield. And the story in attack is one of a strike partnership. And we're off. The first half begins with plenty of anticipation in the air. Ortega. Clever defending. Retsos. Here's Gelson Martins. And back to the keeper. Ortega. The ball with Podence. Now opening things up. Will it be? And a goal! Not wasting much time today. They strike first.
Well, as you can see, what an excellent backfield this is to set up the goal. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
So the action continues. Will there be a quick response from Real? Into the penalty area, well, but claimed by the goalkeeper. Smart defending. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. Retsos. Here's Gelson Martins. In possession, Panayotis Retsos. Gelson Martins. Decent idea. Ortega on the ball. It's been aimed towards the front first. Disappointing cross and gobbled up by the keeper. Valverde. Now with Alexander-Arnold. Federico Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Teamwork and passing in evidence. Well, the pass over hit.
What I would say, at least he saw the pass.
Real Madrid have been awarded the free kick. And taking it away. And he has options available. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Well, going for power, but what can you say about it, really? Not great. Their turn to try to keep it. Oh, good vision. Oh, they're not out of trouble. Oh, it comes to nothing in the end. Really should have made more of that.
Well, I thought that had goal written all over it. Just didn't make the most of it.
Showing a great defensive instinct. Bellingham. It's a neat move. What a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick. Also Martins. El Kabi. Playing with a flow and intensity. That's a nice looking ball. And clears his lines. Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. Aurelien Tchouaméni. Valverde. Moving the ball nicely in search of an equaliser. A terrific defending to stop them progressing.
Well, they were nice and compact there and defended that fairly easily.
Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. Inexplicably, it fizzled out. Vinicius Junior. Released it nicely. Well, it could be on for him here. It's still alive. Good piece of defending. Podence. And it's opening up. Well, I must say, it looked as though they were going to jump even further ahead. But that was sensational goalkeeping.
Yeah, he certainly kept his team in this one.
Trying to deliver it accurately. How did they let that attack come to an end?
That's a good bit of defending there, isn't it?
And so it is, the first half story has been written. We usually think of Vinicius Junior as somebody who can win a game on his own, but he's being kept quiet here.
Well, he has to find space in more dangerous areas. He's such a good player around the box, but today he struggled to get on the ball. And that's one of the reasons they're losing here.
Into the second half then, and Real doing the chasing. Bellingham. And on to Alexander-Arnold. Here's Mbappe. This looks interesting. Valverde. Nicely timed tackle. Well, they might be able to launch a counter-attack. Fine pass. Opportunity. And a goal to increase their advantage to 2 overall. That little bit of a cushion. Now it's all about keeping the concentration.
Here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They're so quick to get out from the back, and from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal. Well, he knows his team haven't been good enough in this game, but how does he change it?
So the ball rolling again at 2-0. Alexander-Arnold. Rudiger. And unable to keep possession. Gelson Martins. And Real's creative tendencies coming to the fore. Possible chance! Ball is loose. And that is a moment he would dearly love to have back.
And he knows it. That's a really wasteful finish.
Gelson Martins. El Kadi. Gelson Martins. Gives it a go. Well, in actual fact, it ended up being a simple claim for the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. Now with Bellingham. Well, they'll see it as very disappointing to give it away as cheaply as that.
Yeah, they can't afford to give the ball away so cheaply.
The referee has a decision to make. And that will be a caution.
And a necessary one as well for that kind of challenge.
Not the pass he had in mind. And back to Jolakis. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Oh, that was risky.
Had to make sure he won the ball there, though.
Real Madrid have been awarded the free kick. Rudiger. Here's Valverde. Trent Alexander-Arnold. What can Real do from this position? Federico Valverde. Aurelien Tchouameni. Well, they keep working away, looking for an opening. Oh, what an opportunity! Oh, that's marvellous goalkeeping!
Well, for me, he always looked likely to win that battle. He's just so confident in those situations.
And a substitution in the offing. Over it comes. Well, the marking was tight. The header off target in the end. Well, they couldn't keep it. Yazici. It's with Garcia. Gelson Martins. Danny Garcia. 10 minutes to go then. It's with Garcia. Frustration growing. Can't get the ball.
Well, they do this pretty well, don't they?
Real Madrid doing well to regain possession here. Could be threatening. Oh, how about that for a tackle? Oh, that's a fine-looking pass. Just the challenge that was required. Counter-attacking possibilities. And should have been so much more incisive. That's a nice ball. Well, the keeper wanted to take it cleanly and did. And forcing the mistake. And veering in. And simple for the keeper. Gelson Martins. Smart defending. And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. So full-time it is, and a morale-boosting 3 points on the board to begin their European campaign.
Yeah, that's a good win and a vital 3 points. Another win next time out, and they'll be in a great position.
Well, he put in a really thorough performance here, Stuart.
Well, what more could you ask for? His build-up play was clever, his movement was dynamic, and he scored a couple of goals. What a player he is.